Hi, Tyson here with Adventure Rig, and for the past month I've had a chance to put in some time with these native goggles. Now these are the Dropzone, and the color is sweetgrass with green mirrored lens. As you can see, these goggles fit really well with a helmet. This particular helmet is the Burn Baker, and it has a little bit of a slight curve across the brim, and I think that the goggles match the helmet really well. The Dropzones are classified as a medium fit from Native. Now, I also have done a review on some larger goggles, the 10 mile. So if you want to see how those look in comparison to these for size, please be sure to check out that video. Now, if I take my helmet off, we can talk about all of the great qualities that Native has built into these goggles, starting with the lens. Now, on the inside, you actually have a coating that helps to prevent the lens from fogging up. And I think that's a great feature. However, for me, it's a double-edged sword. One, it helps prevent the goggles from fogging, which I have found that it does work. Now, it's not a miracle worker. It's not gonna 100% prevent them from ever fogging. If your face is getting hot and you're perspirating, they're gonna fog because the lens is in this really cold environment and it's a lot colder than your face. So that's where the moisture is gonna collect. However, it does prevent it from fogging maybe as quickly as others would fog. The double-edged sword part of this is that you cannot wipe the inside of the lens. So for me, a lot of times if I'm skiing the POW, I somehow manage to get my face right into the snow. When that happens and I take a digger, I usually am able to get snow packed in and around my goggles. With that said, if there's snow packed in these, I can't just take them off, get out my cloth and wipe the inside of the lenses, because what that'll actually do, scratch that anti-fog coating that is on the inside of the lens. So that's the part that I don't like. Also with this lens, again, the color is the green mirrored. I find that on a bluebird day, if I'm heading directly into the sun, it's still a little bit bright for my eyes. I do have maybe a little bit more sensitive eyes. I'm always wearing sunglasses. So I found with this particular lens, it can maybe be just a little bit darker for my personal preference. Now, if it's gonna be an overcast day, this is my absolute go-to lens, because if it starts to get a little bit cloudy and the sun goes under for a little while, I can still see extremely well with these lenses. Everything is really well defined and the colors are still very crisp. My favorite feature with this lens is how easy they are to change. They actually just have a single button that you just push up, and this lens completely pushes out from the inside. You rotate it around and the lens is easy as that to pop out. Going back in, it's just as easy. You line the tab up on one end of the lens, wrap it around, and it falls right into place. Once it's in place, you just push the button back down and the lens is in. It's a seamless process that I can do without really having to touch the lens and get fingerprints all over it, which is nice. Sticking with the lens, if you have kind of a stormy day or a day that's completely overcast, it's great because Native has you covered in that realm also. They have included, when you buy the goggles, a second lens. And the second lens that they include is more for that low light, stormy conditioned kind of day. This one is not quite clear. It does have a little bit of a hue of yellow to it to really make the colors pop when there's not any sun. And as you can see, Native also includes all this with the goggles. A really nice goggle bag that actually has a microfiber cloth on the inside. And then my favorite feature, and I really appreciate Native doing this hard case right here. And why I like this is because Callie and I just have big duffel bags for all of our ski gear. And when you throw in the goggles and then you end up throwing your duffel bag God knows where, other stuff on top of it, I'm always afraid of smashing my goggles. But Native has me covered with this nice hard case that they've included with it. As far as the goggles fit, they are very comfortable to wear. If you have allergies of any kind, Native's taking care of that. The foam that's actually on the inside of the goggle and up against your face is a hypoallergenic foam. And then this nasal piece right here is nice and big. So if you've ever worn goggles that kind of seem to really compress your nose and then you start talking like this, Native has addressed that by making it nice and wide and not constricting around your nose. They've also included a lot of vents across the top to help keep that air flowing. So as long as you're going downhill, your goggles are going to stay nice and clear. Another point definitely to touch on is Native's lifetime warranty. So if you end up scratching the lens or breaking the goggles, Native has your back and they're gonna replace the goggles or replace the lens. However, it's not 100% free, but it's also not the full retail price of the goggles. It's drastically lower than that. So go on the website, check out all of the details for that lifetime warranty because it's definitely worth looking into. Again, these are the Native Dropzones. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below and Callie and I will get back to you. Or if you're wondering where we are or what we're doing, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Also, if you guys are liking these videos, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tyson with Adventure Rig.